The head of one of the NAACP chapters was just caught on camera saying that if you are a parent who protests critical race theory in the schools, who protests the sort of anti-American ideologies that are tearing down our country, well, you should just die.
So let's meet and remain steadfast in speaking truth, tearing down double standards, and refuting double talk. Let's not allow any double downing on lies. Let's prepare our children for a world they deserve. Let's deny this off-key band of people that are anti-education, anti-teacher, anti-equity, anti-history, anti-racial reckoning, anti-opportunities, anti-help people, anti-diversity, anti-platform, anti-science, anti-change agent, anti-social justice, anti-healthcare, anti-worker, anti-LGBTQ+, anti-children, anti-healthcare, anti-worker, anti-environment, anti-emissions policy change, anti-inclusion, anti-live and let live people. Let them die. Don't let these uncomfortable people deter us from our bold march forward.
Let them die. So on the one hand, I think this is a threat, because we have heard, especially from BLM and Antifa, and we have seen, especially from BLM and Antifa and other leftist radical groups, the use of political violence, the use of terrorism, the use of violence against civilians to achieve a political end. We've seen that a lot over the past year. So I do think this is a threat. But it's not just a threat. It's actually even more insidious than a threat. It is the explanation of what the left means by progress. It is an avowal of belief in progress with a capital P. Is what this woman is saying is, we radicals are going to win. We are going to transform this country. We are going to fundamentally invert this country. And it's just going to happen. That's the arc of the moral universe. It's long, but it bends toward justice. That's what progress is. And so, if we just wait them out, they will die, and that'll be a good thing, and then we can move on. Now, it's worth noting what she's saying here, because sometimes you'll hear people on the right talking about replacement migration, or this idea that the traditional American demographic makeup is going to be radically transformed, and this is part of a political agenda. And that belief is called white supremacist and Nazi and fascist and all the things that they call every other thing that anyone to the right of Hillary Clinton believes. But what this woman is saying is that, right? She is giving credence to that theory. She's saying, yeah, let them die. Whether it's the evil straight white men, whether it's the terrible conservatives more broadly, yeah, let them die. They're going to die out, and they're going to be replaced by good radicals of this wonderful new coalition that we're putting together. There have been other prominent leftists who have said this. And then even in the Washington Post and in other major outlets of the legacy media, you will see them come out very often and say, haha, this terrible straight white men are about to be supplanted as a big portion of the population. So they give credence to this theory too. And I don't think that they would refer to themselves as Nazis and white supremacists and so forth. But they believe that that is part and parcel of progress. And they're obviously willing to engage in acts of violence to do so. They not only say it in speeches like this, but they actually have committed it during, for instance, the BLM riots. Hey, stop. I'm really glad that you enjoyed all that terrible right-wing misinformation that I just was spreading, recklessly around the internet. If you want even more of that reckless misinformation, go check out the full episode, which is available now on this channel. It's also available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, all over the place at The Michael Knowles Show. And you can also order my book, chock full of deplorable, terrible, right-wing misinformation. Go get that too. That's Speechless. We'll see you next time.